Hi guys, welcome to my channel EduVet. So today we are discussing Streptococcus. This is the part of bacteriology. So we'll be dealing with mainly the morphology, the habitat, the cultural characteristics, the biochemical characters, and some disease aspects of the Streptococcus species. Toxins will be detailed in another video. So going to Streptococcus. So this is actually the tabular classification of Streptococcus bacteria. They are belonging to the phylum Firmicutes, which are gram-positive. Introduction: Streptococcus is a gram-positive coccus, which is because it is present in the phylum Firmicutes. They do not survive for long away from the animal host. That is actually they need the animal host to survive in most cases, and they live as the commensals in the upper respiratory tract and lower urogenital tract of animals and also human beings. The type species is Streptococcus pyogenes. That is, the type species means it will be having all the features of the Staphylococcus genus. So moving to the morphology, Streptococci are means they are cocci, that is spherical or ovoid cells, and Streptococcus equi is seen in long chains. So chain formation is due to the cocci dividing in one plane only. And the Streptococcus pneumonia is known as gram-positive diplococci, and it's having many features like quelling reaction and all. So we'll be dealing with this quelling reaction in another video. They tolerate bile salt and ground Macaungi agar as red pinpoint colonies, and this growth pattern was asked in previous examination. That is red pinpoint colonies. So moving to the cultural characters, the selective media is Edwards media. I'll not be discussing the all points, like reading it is very difficult. So we'll be dealing with the main points. They are highly fastidious. That means they require media enriched with blood or serum and fermentable carbohydrates to grow up. And the colonies of Streptococcus pneumoniae are raised in young, but as culture, they'll be having a central depressed part and raised edges. That is like a Drotsman colony. You can search it on the Google, you will be seeing the images. So they ferment several sugars, but they will not be producing any gas, and they are catalase positive and negative oxidase. For catalase and oxidase test, you can see my video on catalase and oxidase, which is having many mnemonics. I'll be giving the description in the link in the description. I'm sorry for that. Hipurite hydrolysis test is used for the presumptive identification of group B streptococci. There are many properties for the group B streptococci. We'll be dealing with this in a very short sentences in this video, but because I have made a video on CAM test, hemolysis of blood agar. For proper knowledge on streptococci, you should also see that video. So they'll be having bacitracin sensitivity for the pyogenes species. This is a gram staining. For important that is CAM test and quelling reaction. Links will be given in the description box. So this is the first classification that is mainly based on the growth, location, and type of hemolysis by chemical category. So this is the oral streptococci is mainly Streptococcus salivarius, Enterococci is fecalis, Pneumococci is Streptococcus pneumoniae. So the second classification is actually on the basis of hemolysis produced in the blood agar. So this is alpha hemolytic, beta hemolytic, gamma hemolytic. For proper knowledge, you have to see my video on hemolytic agars. So three is the based on the oxygen requirement. They are aerobes, anaerobes. So this is the main classification that is made by Rebecca Lansfield in 1933 based on the carbohydrate antigen present over the cell wall. Serologically, they'll be classified into Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, and other groups. Group A is Streptococcus pyogenes and B is Agalacti. And the disease in humans, it's actually they'll be causing many human diseases and human infections. And one of the main interesting diseases is scarlet fever, which is caused by Streptococcus pyogenes. They produce septic sore throat erysipelas. Erysipelas means they'll be having diamond-like skin lesions, erythematous skin lesions, and rheumatic fever in humans. So this is actually the scarlet fever. It will be having a strawberry approach tongue, swollen glands on the neck, fever, strawberry tongue neck. So these are the streptococcal infections. Erythematous lesions. You can see the erythematous lesions all over the neck, and necrotic erythematous lesions. This is the strep throat. So invasive group A, I have taken this from Dr. T. Rao MD. Streptococcal infections, dermatitis lesions. Actually, this is also due to staphylococcal toxic shock. Staphylococcus can also come as a opportunistic pathogen along with the streptococcal infection. So disease in animals, mainly this is the mastitis. The Streptococcus agalactiae was just determined by the Hodges test. So the link for Hodges test will be given. So the Peptostreptococcus enterococcus is an anaerobic streptococcus which is responsible for summer mastitis, which is an important one-word question for many entrance examinations. So if sometimes the option will be Archaeobacterium pyogenes, sometimes it will be Streptococcus, Peptostreptococcus enterococcus. You have to strain on this point. So the strangles which is produced by Streptococcus equi, I'll be dealing strangles in a different video, the pathology of strangles, and will be mentioned later. So strangles is produced actually by the Streptococcus equi species, which will be producing purpura hemorrhagica. Pharyngeal lymph nodes will be inflamed. It can also be called as bastard strangles. So the Streptococcus equi subspecies zooepidermis, they produce mastitis, avulsion, secondary pneumonia, arthritis, pericarditis, etc. So this is the pictures from the strangles. They will be having bilateral, creamy, thick, yellow pus-containing discharge, which is also called as equine distemper. This is the nasal infection in the cat. This is the streptococcus infection in the pigs. There is actually in the jowl and infection in the inguinal area. So this is the zoonotic aspect of streptococcus bacterial infection. So diagnosis actually the clinical examination, that is palpation and the other lymph nodes, and the tentative diagnosis. Direct microscopical examination of pus or milk sample from the gram staining. Actually, the milk samples are done in the animals for the mastitis test. Isolation and identification, selective media is adverse media will be selectively pinpointed. Colonies will be appearing. Optokin test, it's actually pneumococcal strains are sensitive to optocin or optokin, whereas viridans are not. So we can identify which is the pneumococcal, which is or the viridans. So diagnosis actually hottest test, link will be description. And it is the test to find the presence of streptococcus which is producing mastitis. So the CAM test we have to find the hemolytic capacity. So the PCR. Prevention and control is actually due to penicillin. Penicillin can kill, or the organisms are susceptible to penicillin streptomycins, but it can also have antibiotic resistance. So infection can be mastitis. The most satisfactory method of control is antibiotic therapy. Thank you. So if you guys want to find the second video of streptococcus, go below the description.